those boxes that the rocks are in, and these boards were all part of the shipping crate
Okay, for the clock.
that the clock and the faces came in.
Wow.
What do we do today? We take a sledgehammer to the shipping crate,
Burn
break it all up and throw it away.
Yeah,
They used the boards to build this.
that's cool.
You can see, stencils on some of the boards that say, Town of Orange,
Uh-huh.
Railroad Station,
Yeah.
or it says Town of Warwick, care of Orange Railroad Station. Because they shipped it by rail from
Yeah.
Boston to Orange, and then I would imagine a buggy went to Orange from here to bring it up here. You know, 1884, there wasn't any automobiles, no trucks.
No, there weren't.
Okay, now, Jared, just watch that you don't step off the back
Yeah,
there.
no,
But I want to get the.
Go ahead.
I want to get over here so I can explain. Come around here, Jim, so you can see this.
Oh, all right.
See, in clock terminology, this is what they call a snail.
Uh-huh.
And see, this is 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
3, 4, all the way up to 12. And when this thing gets ready to chime, this arm slides down and hits whatever dog.
Oh, okay.
See, when it comes down, it's gonna hit this one, which is 10.
Sure.
This will be 11, and that 12. Once it gets beyond 12, it'll only come down as far as this.
Uh-huh.
And then, if you see the ratchets here, the teeth,
Yeah.
each one of them represents one chime. So as that thing is walking back up, that's how it knows how many
Chimes to make.
chimes to make.
Very cool. This is just like my grandfather clock, only really big.
Yeah, yeah. Now, when this thing starts chiming, this thing will spin like a basset, so don't get anywhere near it.
Yeah.
It
And
really,
do you know why that thing had? Because that's on my grandfather clock, obviously. When smaller.
it's some kind of a flywheel, I would say.
Oh, to keep the motion
Yeah,
going. I
yeah.
see. Uh-huh.
But that thing really gets it
Yeah,
going.
I know.
And this clock was designed and made long before there was OSHA. But in about 5 minutes of, we're getting there. About 5 minutes of, this thing will slide down
Uh-huh.
and hit this and get ready to do the chiming.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, that's just like my grandfather. You hear a clunk before the
Yeah.
chime is ready to go.
And then this thing here is a dial
Yeah.
that shows the minutes. And whatever minute is shown on here
It's on the face.
corresponds to the face.
Okay.
That gives me so that I can set it if I have to set it, like if it loses a little time or
Right.
gains a little time, I can set it.
Well, how does one do that?
I'll show you. See, what's it at now? It's at 6 minutes up. You see, I have to pull this pin,
Wait a minute, put pin on top. Okay.
and then I can move this.
Oh, I see. Okay. I get it. Okay.
See, I can move that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And whatever on here corresponds to what's on the faces.
Yeah.
There's 3 faces on this clock.
Uh-huh.
Some of these clocks, these Howard clocks, came through with 4 faces, but they decided it wasn't necessary here because the only one that would see that face would be the birds on Mount Grace or the deer. So they just bought the version with 3 faces. Some towns will have a 4-face clock. like particularly a lot of college campuses that have these clocks, they'll have 4 faces because the tower that it's in might be in the middle of the campus and they can see it from all 4 sides. I think the one over to Mount Herman is that way, in Northfield.
Ah, yes.
They
Makes
have a,
sense.
they have a Howard clock at Mount Herman. They have one in Northfield Unitarian Church right there in the center of town. The Peter Sam Unitarian Church has a Howard clock. The Town Hall in Greenfield has a Howard clock.
Yeah, I looked up the website, so I read through the whole material that you gave me
Yeah,
last night, and I don't know how to pronounce that name, Dan, whatever it was, Clocks.
Devanza.
Yeah, and saw their website,
Yeah,
so
The guy
that's
that-
quite a,
helped us restore it, yeah.
yeah, that was quite an operation.
Yeah,
I was curious as to which piece was it that they showed that was
what I thought, what I think happened is, this, one of these arms right here, the piece broke, and that prevented it from stopping once it started chiming, and then everything just, the box just went all the way down to the
Oh,
cellar.
my.
And it smashed up down there.
Oh,
All the
wow.
rocks were all over the place in the cellar.
goodness.
I had to rebuild the box, and then we put the stones all back in it.
Wow. Wow.
And it was one of these arms right here.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Oh, there's the
Okay.
piece came down. Yep.
see that just slid down here to hit
Yep.
to hit 10.
Yep.
And then when this thing starts chiming, that'll start walking up, and it'll chime 10 times.
Very cool.
And like I say, once it starts chiming, that thing really gets to spinning. So, Jared, if you wanna come in here and stand in the corner here, just to watch this operation.
Yeah, I got a video here going.
What is this piece here, George?
That goes up to the bell.
Oh,
That goes up to the hammer
okay.
that hits the
Oh,
bell.
yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yep, I get it.
That goes up to the hammer that
Yep.
hits the bell.
Yep, I see that. I see that. That makes sense now.
And then once it chimes and I start winding it, then I can tell you a little bit about the maintenance that I do.
Uh-huh. Wow, this is beautiful. Beautiful stuff. This must adjust something.
Slow and fast. It's for raising or lowering
Sure,
the
of
pendulum
course,
to
yes.
make it go slower and
Yes,
faster.
yes. Oh, yes. And it is no different from the pendulum, except the fact that it's much bigger on my grandfather's clock.
Here it goes. Right on the hour. It's very normal, you know,
Right.
just to I'm gonna stop here if you wanna look in there and see the rocks in the box.
Yep, oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Now, did they, because of the size of the rocks, was that a specific weight that they were looking for?
Pretty much. I asked, Mr. Phil Devanzer, I asked him,
Uh-huh,
and he said, like this chiming side is probably about 500 pounds.
Uh-huh.
See what it says there on the box?
Yes.
From the E. Howard
Yeah, from E.
Austin,
Howard,
Mass.
yeah.
to Warwick. No, what is that?
This is W-A-T Watch and
Yeah.
and
Oh, okay.
E. Howard Watch and
Yeah.
something.
Probably clock company.
Yeah, clock. That would
Probably.
make sense. Yeah.
But like I say, it was all part of the shipping crate. They made
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah. And why not?
So then, unfortunately, you know, I wish that they had designed this thing so you could be on the same side of it.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
it's natural to do that. So, you can't do it. But the guy that had this job before me taught me how to do this with a good cadence, and I've always used it. When I've had other people come up here and fill in for me, they just can't seem to get the knack of it. And then a month or so ago, I had the boat tech school kids from across the street. You know, they were
Yeah, when they're doing
I
it.
had them all up here to see it,
Oh, cool.
and a few of them wanted to do it, but they couldn't. So they were doing it like this, you know, just kind of a backbreaker. See what I've developed and what Kenny Matthews taught me
Yeah.
is to bounce it off your knee. What I think broke
Yeah.
this thing. See how this hits against that?
Yeah.
That's what stops it
Oh.
chiming. This is what stops it from chiming when it gets to the end.
Yeah, okay.
This broke off. So this thing just kept going.
This piece broke or this piece?
One or the other.
Oh, okay. Not sure.
And it just kept going.
Yeah. Yeah. And then all of a sudden,
But-
you got to, and it went all the way down to the floor, obviously, and then
Yeah.
stopped chiming.
But then, you see this wheel, this part here that's got a dog?
Yes, yes, I know what you're talking about.
The old
Yep.
original one only had one dog.
Oh, okay.
This has got two.
On this side too, I see
Yeah.
it. Yep.
And that's gonna save us, because if this ever happens again, this should prevent it
Oh,
from doing it.
coming.
Because
sure.
what happened is, once this thing got going,
Yeah,
some of these teeth got broke right off.
I imagine. Yeah.
And then there was nothing stopping it.
Right.
As soon as those teeth got knocked off,
Yep.
down she went, all the
Yep.
way to the cellar.
Yep.
And what year was that? Do you know?
Oh,
Is it in your book?
2003
Okay.
or 4. 2003 or 4 that happened. And then we got the town meeting to appropriate money. And,
$6,600, right?
well, they appropriated 10,000.
Uh-huh.
And it cost 6,600. But there was some donations from townspeople, and Nick, you know, the former selectman,
Yeah.
he donated 4,000.
Yeah, I saw that.
And the reason for that is He's a descendant of the Blake family
Oh,
that
okay.
donated this clock.
I see.
He's a descendant from that family.
Oh, okay.
You know, the three sisters donated this in memory of their mother.
Yeah, I read that, yes.
Any idea what this cost back then?
Phew. We would never know because they donated it.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever told anybody. But I was asking Phil Devanzer, and he said probably around $500,
Yeah.
which in 1884
It
was
was a lot of money.
a lot of money.
Yeah, it was.
1884,
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
and we don't know whether that would have included the installation cost or not. And I'm pretty sure that
Well, there must be
some of this was probably. This all comes apart, you know.
Yeah, no, I
So
know that, yes.
they were able to hand carry it up here, I would assume.
Yeah,
I guess when the bell was put up there, that was put up with rock and tackle and oxen when the bell was put up
Yeah.
there in the steeple.
so there must be beams under where these
You know, we can
pieces
look
are.
when we can look when we go down.
Because that's a lot of weight sitting there.
You know, and what's really sad is there's some towns, like Royalston's town clock is not a Howard, it's a different version. Seth Thompson made them and different. And I guess they still wind theirs manually. I think Petersham does. But Greenfield, they electrified it. A lot of towns, they electrified.
Yeah.
They just discontinue all this mechanical stuff and they
Which is the neatest part.
put
if
an
you
electric
ask me.
motor in to run the clock faces.
Yeah. But this is the beauty of
Yeah.
the clock.